Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the 24th of August. So past week or so has been quite slow with calving. We're now 72% calved. We started calving on the 25th of July. So tomorrow's the 25th of August, so it's roughly been a month of calving so far. We're well into the white faces. We've got plenty of white faces at the moment. Yeah, so yesterday we had zero, and the day before we had 1 or 2, can't remember, and then the day before that was only 1, and then we had 0. So we've had a couple of days of 0 over the last week. It's been quite nice actually, slowed down a bit. So we've got 62 left to calve. Yeah, it's been a bit, this calving's been a bit slower than the last season. Last season I did a video after a month of calving, and we had calved 83%, I think. So we're a little bit slower this season, but it's not all bad. Not all bad being a little bit slower. Yeah, but I see there's one calf just down there, a white face, and it looks like there might be one on the job down the bottom here. I would say that one down there is on the job. Oh, and there's a calf just there. Just couldn't quite see it. So that might be, that one's 133. I actually brought her back from the runoff on Saturday. Saturday we brought back 4 cows from the runoff, and I think tomorrow I'll probably have to bring back 5 more because they've sprung up, and it appears that 2 of those that we took down just a while back are definitely empty. But yeah, we're getting really nice marked black and red white faces. The 133s had a nice black white face. Chilling out there. But I'll stop the cows from breaking out. The hot pegs, put hot pegs on both brake fences now, and the cows don't get out. So yeah, we've had a problem with one of the cows pushing the standards over. I brought that one there back from the runoff as well. So she was one of our lighter cows. Now she would be one of our better conditioned cows. She's looking very good. So yeah, that's a bit of bit on how calving's going. The sow count's down below 100. It's been 89 just recently. They're actually all in pretty good condition. I'm very happy with the condition of the cows this season, going into into calving. So grass, I felt we were pretty tight yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I think it was. I was talking to Sam, and he reassured me that it's all good. But yeah, it's normal. It gets a bit tight on grass at this time of the season. Once you got cows milking, yeah. So once it starts growing a bit more. But in saying that, it actually has been growing pretty well, and yeah, I think I'm able to feed them pretty well. I started feeding palm kennel to the milkers yesterday. Part of the reason for feeding it is they need more feed, but it's a good way to give them magnesium at the moment because the dispenser is out of action. It's getting fixed again, second time in a month. So yeah, it's it's an easy way of getting the magnesium to them. What are you doing? So the gibberellic test paddock is looking pretty good. I didn't do a video and measure it this Sunday just gone because I felt that I didn't need to. Don't want to bore you with that, but before I graze it, I'll measure it to see what it's got in it and compare the sides and just have a bit of a talk. But otherwise it actually looks really good. There's really good quality pasture in there. So it's that time of the year, time to start getting into some firewood. So me and Dylan, a couple weeks ago, we carted some of this wood down that I stacked up from the forestry. We carted it down, and he started cutting a little bit, but I've done a bit this afternoon, so yeah, so this is just a bit of a sideline, bit of pocket money for us. There's the milkers over there, so they got palm kernel, so they're pretty happy over there. They look pretty content. There's a few wandering around doing not a lot, but I guess a little question: does anyone, we're in the Waihi area, does anyone know someone that's really good with steel chainsaws? Because we've sent this one to our local dealer and it's still not fixed. It's the chain's slightly moving when it's idling, and it doesn't run very good. It actually is a bit of a pig to start now, and yeah, I don't know why. I've done hundreds of loads of firewood with that chainsaw. It's an MS381. That's an old 064. Yeah, the 064 is running good, but this one not so good. So yeah, if anyone knows of anyone that they could recommend to fix chainsaws, let me know, put it in the comments, because I need to find someone. right, got quite a few rings cut, and still got a bit more to go over there, but now the 064 is playing up for whatever reason, so I'm gonna head back and see what else we can get up to. So some of you may remember I had an issue with a bit of solids floating on the top of the pond. So what I did was, what was causing the issue was the rope that they've got to stop the pump over there. The pump's on a boom to stop it from moving around, so it was floating in the water. So the other day I was in the colostrum paddock, which is here. I thought I'd have a go, and I pulled it up. It was actually the solid. You can see it floating over there. It was like right across the rope. I managed to get it out of the rope out of that solid piece and tie it up here. So now the rope's out of the water. You see it going down there to the pump over there, so nothing can get caught on it now, and slowly that clump is getting broken up. I'm hoping that with the pond getting stirred, it'll circle around and go over by that stirrer, but it may not. It might just sit over there. But I did spray it. That grass is just a spring growth that's growing on it. So yeah, I think I'm starting to win. So my parents put this pond in, I think, a couple of years before I started, before we moved back here. So it's probably about 4 or 5 years old. They've planted this out around the back of it. It's just got flaxes. We did cut, it's where we actually got the gum trees. We cut the gum trees, or transplanted them, which are probably going to die, those ones on that fence line. So this effluent system, I'm not sure how big the tank is, but you got an agitator right there, and then there's the pumps out on the boom right there. So it's actually just getting ready to put some on the paddock, and what it does is the agitator turns on for 10 minutes before, and then the pump will start up. So one of the flaws with this is that there's like a top link on a tractor. Well, it's seized and we can't get it up. It's because you actually got to get down there and do the grease nipples. So you're meant to wind it up out of the water and then do the grease nipples, but we can't get to them. And one time we had rope caught around the end of the propeller, we had to lift it out, but yeah, that thing is seized. So we're actually thinking about getting a ram made up and then just back the tractor in here, back the tractor and plug it into the back of the tractor, and then have a ram that just lifts it up and down. So the solid's actually moving over by the stirrer, but I think it's going to get pushed away from it, so it's just going to go around. Yeah, but the reason why they've got the ropes on it is because this T-bar here, it didn't have those two gussets, and that was supposedly meant to hold that whole boom, so the wind would blow this boom around, even though it's fixed in place by that there, and it just snapped it right off the top. So they've put those gussets and then put the two ropes on. So to me, that's not a very good design. That should be a lot stronger than what it is. There, the pump's just started up. You can see it just spinning over there. So I'm not sure if I said it earlier in the video, but we had 7 cows calved today. So we got some really nice white faced calves. Another 2 over here. So we've got a buyer for these. And another 2 from the day before, or a couple of days ago. What are you guys up to? They didn't hear me.
And there's we're trying to make one, but it doesn't.
You should get square drive screws. Those are harder to use. Hey.
What did?
You should get these screws. Use these screws, Ezra. Ezra, look. Use these screws. Well, got in the groove. Washed Suzanne's car for her. Washed my bike. Just been summoned for dinner, so yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.